Well, Darren, it feels like we're having the same conversation over and over. Another good performance against a good side, but just couldn't find the back of the net.
No, I think you can see. I think we probably gave up 4 good attempts, and it took 2. Actually, the second goal's probably not one of the attempts I'm alluding to, but that's what sides that have got quality do, and I think it's a true reflection of what and where we are at this moment in time. I think Grimsby, I think good sides in any division can score really bad goals, really poor goals, where it makes it look too easy and things like that. But look, we try really hard every week, and we really struggle to score goals. So I think that's an art in itself. We've seen our forwards here over the years in Madden, even going back then, and Murphy, they make finishing look easy, and we had 2 really good chances from 4 yards today, and it's I think we've had the ball in the box more times than we have in recent weeks, but it will turn.
And like you said, you had more of the ball than you have in sort of recent weeks. You changed to a more diamond formation. Were you pleased with how that worked?
I was really pleased first half. I thought we utilised the assets of Wakefield and Olamola very, very well. I was really pleased with that. I was pleased with how Lawson and Dale were feeding. I was disappointed second half because, even though the wind was quite strong against us in the second, I thought that should have played into our hands, being able to play harder, faster, longer passes into good positions, and using the athleticism of Olamola and Wakefield. And we didn't do that. Now, that was my biggest disappointment tactically of the game, is that we didn't carry those kind of instructions through and those encouraging signs through from the first half to the second. But again, I thought we could have easily been 3 or 4 up. But it's very hard to keep justifying that when it's week in, week out.
And as you say, the goals are struggling to come by, and then there's defensive mistakes are creeping in, aren't they?
Absolutely, and I think we're at a point now where you're looking at, I tried to give Knowles a bit of a recharge today, Barnett a recharge today, because they played lots of games and they play at such high intensity. But I'm thinking Morgan Williams could do with recharging his batteries now, because Morgan's been fantastic for us. But even the slip for the first goal was probably indicative of where he is physically. So I think him, Barkley, they could do with that, but they've carried a load. I mean, we've used 18 players this season, which is, for Darren Sarll, quite astonishing. Because normally he uses a good 35, but so they've played good game time. So we need to look at how we try and recharge the batteries or go the other way. Because some kind gentleman behind me said that they're not fit enough, Darren, which I found quite highly hilarious. But maybe the other way is to go the other way with it and really push them physically for a week and see if we can spike a different stimulus. But no, I think the mistakes that I see, the mistakes that we all witnessed, I think that's where they are, and I don't want to be too harsh on them. I try and be quite balanced, because I've been in development a long time, and this what development looks like in the senior game.
When they went 2-0 up, you then went to a back 3. Is that something you're going to look to utilise?
No, we just try to advance the fullbacks on one side, depending on what side the ball was on. But I think with the position we're in, I think we've probably got enough grace, and we've got enough time where we could probably be a little bit more experimental now. Otherwise, I think we might die the same death every week. And we might see the same mistakes every week. So sometimes changing the angles for your systems and your formations, can be a real positive. But you need a clear week in order to try and implement the principles and the roles and responsibilities within that shape. I'm not one that just rocks up and changes shape willy-nilly. We've been very good this year with 4-4-2, 4-3-3, and the diamond. And I thought Matthew was good today. I thought Matt Worthington was a real positive.
And Luke Wilkinson limped off, and he's really struggled, hasn't he, when he's had a run of games?
Well, Luke's played injured for a couple of weeks. Staunton's played injured for a couple of weeks. Mark Little, Dale Gorman. there's a few there that are putting their bodies on the line, and unfortunately at times it can sometimes come across that they're not moving great, or in the most pessimistic sort of viewpoint is that they don't care. These boys are playing with injuries week in, week out. I think Luke's probably just got over the precipice now of probably being injured, and that might be the acceleration that we need in order to try something new until the end of the season. There's nothing to lose. All of these things that we put into the players, even if we change shape, are all good learning for next season.
And Jack Robinson and Ruben Reid both missed out today. Is there an update on them?
No, yeah, again, Jack was unlucky. Jack's had a better week training, a fuller week training, so he was unlucky. Ruben just picked up a little knock yesterday, and at his age, I didn't want to put him in that place, especially as he's not been starting of late. So I just thought we'll bring Sonny back into the squad, and give Ruben some time to recover. So that was that reason. But obviously now with the 2 defeats in 3 or 4 days, we may as well throw the 5 or 6 out of the squad into the first team, because it may spike a completely different outcome.
As you say, a full week now ahead of a long trip again to Dover, but they may be bottom of the league, but it's not going to be an easy game, is it?
No, not with the form we're in, absolutely not. But I don't think any of them are. I mean, we played Dover here at our best form on the telly in the first year, and they were tough, and we played them here, and and they got a good point here, and I thought they were deserving of a point. And whilst the stigma of not being able to take chances is very much at the forefront, the games are hard to win, very hard to win if you're not taking chances. And again, I just thought we must have had 25 plus box entries, and I thought the corners and the free kicks today from Diath, Gorman, and when he came on, Jordan Barnett, I thought were fabulous. But there's a massive ownership, I find, it in this squad at the moment, for defenders to not only keep clean sheets but be the scorer of all our goals through those set plays, and that's not right. That's definitely right. That's a balance that we need to retilt in our favour for next season.
Thanks for your time, Darren.